Okay. I actually pressed the button this time, so I'm not going to have to worry about it. Wait, hold on. The song's not playing. There we go. Now it's off. Whew. Better. Alright, everyone. So, we are playing... Not playing. Bleh. Oh my god. We are going to be reading the Twid from this week. And it looks like it's going to be a hefty one, so... Lock in, everyone. Before we get started with our weekly round of news for Destiny 2, we'd like to take a moment to touch on feedback and conversation around the Portal and its rewards. So, Portal and progression updates. On our we initially outlined some goals for August 7th, dedicated to improving progression, increasing Crucible and Fireteam Ops rewards, and addressing feedback around raid rewards. Last week, while we covered a handful of improvements to score in the Portal rewards, we also announced plans to tune some rewards in Solo and Pinnacle Ops. Based on player feedback, we're revisiting our approach on balancing progression. As we believe our previous approach was too conservative, and these nerfs would work against our goals of improving progression, to be clear, we believe these changes were the wrong call. We want all activities in the Portal, Solo, or Fireteam base to feel rewarding. We want our activities to contribute understandable and meaningful progress to your climb and power. As such, the following changes have been made immediately. Planned productions to power earned for a given grade within Solo has been reverted. Planned reduction of engrams in Encore, Starcross, and Whisper have been reverted. Plan for prime engrams to require decryption in the tower has been reverted. So now they're just going to automatically do it. Okay. Buffs, Fireteam Ops. When it comes to Fireteam Ops, we know we have work to do. Here's a list of buffs we have planning and some changes that we're adding in response to your feedback. So, increase the matchmaking time limit across the board. That's already in here. Ash and Iron. Increase the drops for Luminity, Inverted Spire, and Onslaught Willow's Court. Activity timers have been rebalanced for Solo, Pinnacle, and Fireteam Ops. Fireteam Ops have greater value for speed versus killing all enemies. Okay. New. Increase the number of drops for more activities in Fireteam Ops. Our team is still working on finalizing specific activities we can buff up, and we'll share more details after we finish validating this. New. Removing unpopular mods like Grappler from Fireteam Ops matchmaking pool, although this will still be selectable when you customize it. Buffs and Portal rewards. The following changes have planned on increasing rewards or increasing the rewards quality. Chance of prime engram drops per completion reward. Activities with more base completion rewards, such as the medium and Inverted Spire, will have more chances for prime engrams to drop. New. We are working on creating a more consistent power reward experience for the upper power climb in Ash and Iron. This will be power 500 to 550. In last week's TID, we provided a ton of information about various changes and the data that drove them. Hidden within were several buffs, small and large, that we wanted to scoop out of that doc and more clearly highlight. Desert Perpetual. Weekly challenges added, gear tier drops, weapon and gear attunement. Portal. Time bonus earned will grant a 5% minimum score if you make the timer. Your account's highest power will be used as a reward score rather than your equip power. You will no longer need to wear your highest power gear while playing to get the highest score possible. Conquests are now replayable. In the long run, we still are going to be cautious about singular ops categories or activities becoming the go-to for power leveling. We want Destiny to be a game where you want to hop on with friends to level, rather than declining invite to spend time in a solo activity for the sake of progression. I mean, I really don't. If I get a Fireteam invite from one of my friends, I'm kind of more likely to go, oh my god, they want to play? Yes! Like, that's just me, though. I know that's not the same for everyone. But yeah. I'm gonna go that. All right. In this case, we understand that alternate experiences need to be brought up a bit more to keep things help things feel good, rather than pushing other options down in the short term. And we don't want players who generally want to play solo or pinnacle ops feeling like they're getting caught by a stray nerf. Our current approach is going to bring options up and make sure they feel good before we're looking at the problem children. Our hope is to continue to iterate and improve progression through the power band with these increases to Fireteam Ops of the Portal, as well as combined improvements to the Crucible we have made and additional improvements to raid rewards coming in 9.1. Now to your regularly scheduled Twig. This week in Destiny, we're bringing back Heavy Metal with a new event pass, new rewards. Make sure you get your Drake tanks polished and your Fallen Briggs prepped for combat. We also have new info on our goals for different class fantasies and some previews of the newest update on weapon and armor exotic changes. Okay, so Heavy Metal returns, class identity defining Warlocks, Titans, and Hunters. Congrats on the Destiny Rising release, highlighting the newest art drop for Desert Fate. PAX community meetup and tune in to a creator lore panel. Okay. What's this? The limited time 3v3 PvP mode is back. Hop into your vehicles and work with your team to destroy your opponents. With this new comes legendary weapons, cosmetic rewards, and updated. Oh! If you didn't earn it last time, the Griffin Exotic Sparrow, the one that has weapons, will be available. So it's only here for a week. Get that. So wait. A kinetic shotgun holofoil. So we're getting a new sword and a new kinetic shotgun. Okay. Interesting that we're going to get weapons for literally using vehicles. I guess makes it more rewarding. I wonder if they're going to be like, because it's going to be a PvP thing, you'll probably get things like Stars and Shadow and all the other stuff that drops that you get in PvP, on top of getting a sword and a shotgun. I like how they say a new sword holofoil. And then a kinetic shotgun holofoil. Like, what you mean by that? And they don't even, like, show it. You know? Like, what's it going to be? Okay. When you boot up Destiny 2 for the first time, your Guardian class is the first choice you make as a Lightbearer. Do you want to be the floaty one holding the fireball, the slender one with the cape and the blade, or the big one with a single monstrous shoulder piece? Each Guardian class has a unique fantasy that players assume as they play. When we talk about fantasy at Bungie, we often split the term into emotional fantasy and mechanical fantasy. To oversimplify, emotional fantasy is how you feel when you play, and mechanical fantasy is what you do when you play. When it comes to the mechanical fantasy or the gameplay role that the class plays in combat, Destiny classes don't have the hard lines that some RPGs have. This is partially due to the demands of the fast-paced action game, but also because Guardians are tiny gods with the power to cross lines and break rules. We don't have a dedicated healer class or DPS class. Yes, we deliberately give certain classes more access to some keywords to reinforce the class identity, but we really give them exclusive access to a keyword. After all, if all classes had equal access to everything, what's the point of having classes to begin with? Today we're going to dive deeper into class identity and talk about upcoming plans with each class. Some changes that will be coming in the release of the month of September, others in October, and others still planned in 9.5 alongside Renegades. Warlocks. Warlocks weaponize the mysteries of the universe to sustain themselves and devastate their foes. Warlocks are arcane spellcasters of the group. What they lack in strength and speed, they make up for in knowledge and sorcery. They're best at performing complex magical rituals that persist in the world. Warlocks' universal class abilities give access to health recovery and ally empowerment. Battlefield control, arcane abilities, and ally empowerment. Moving forward, we plan to do more to reinforce the Warlock identity. In the short term, work on enabling deeper build crafting and finding ways to give Warlocks more ability uptime. Like the Empowering Rift changes coming in Ash and Iron is a part of this. Longer term, We want to give Warlocks more mobile healing options and a passive benefit to match the other classes. Titans do bonus uncharged melee damage, and Hunters have the higher base movement speed. These are some upcoming Warlock changes we're working on. Okay. Huh? General. The following Warlock turrets will count as grenades for stats and perks. Ionic Sentry, Arc Soul, Hellion, Bleak Watcher, Child of the Old Gods. And this is the class ability for this. Empowering Whiff will now generate neutral game ability energy over time. Kills while standing in it will generate bonus ammo progress to 15 for special, 10 for heavy. It's going to make PvP more annoying. But sure, go for it. The following Warlock turrets will count as grenades for stats and perks. So if I do... stats and perks. Huh. So wait, would... Interesting. I don't have anything that deals with grenades right now. Strangely enough, because I'm playing my Warlock how I would play a Titan. I have heavy melee, heavy health, and... Huh. I don't go much into my grenade, and I have weapon. Like, my top stats are literally health, class, strength, weapons. Titans are the knight of the group, technically. Blah, 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 blah. Bunch of stuff. They're aggressive. All this stuff. Howl of the Storm, the stasis aspect, will have 2 melee charges. Change the stasis crystal spawn pattern and added 4 more crystals. Bastion, the voice aspect, will have a faster cooldown in PvP. Oh. On your mark, solar aspect. Stacks of on your mark now give weapon stat instead of weapon handling and reload. Max of 4 to weapon stack at 10 stacks. So if you're a hunter, you definitely are going to want to probably be running this more. And they buffed Golden Gun? What? Golden Gun now refunds ammo on Golden Gun final blows instead of on ignitions. Now extends super duration on Golden Gun final blows. The duration gain diminishes with final blows, grants less in Crucible. Interesting. Now reloads all weapons on activation, and now picks up nearby ammo bricks on activation. So wait, you just gave powerful attraction basically, you gave a powerful attraction version to the hunters. Now picks up nearby ammo bricks on activation. So we're now in like the random world, or maybe even PvP after you kill someone, because most hunters do this anyways. They'll kill someone and then dodge. So now if they kill you and you give them special ammo, they immediately get that in. Yes. More abilities to support their fire team. So, here's what we're going to do. The solar aspect is going to give you 40 weapon stack. So now, that's going to that's going to help the team because I'll get that as well. Because, you know, I've gotten on your mark before. But all this, and what's Deadshot? Is Deadshot the 3-1? I don't know. A hunter will tell me. We love all our classes equally. Okay, so give warlocks a very good stasis exotic. I ain't talking, you know, fucking Rhymecoat Remnant, because that one's for fucking Bleak Watcher. And, you know, as much as I love Wrathweavers, I want one better. Or, give us a better Strand one, because the only good Strand one is Swarmers. I'm not talking about Mux Dio, or whatever that's called, because guess what? That one is kind of meh. And you had to nerf frickin' the Arc Warlock a little bit, because it was doing too much, because you made it to be too good. Yeah, you did. Here's all the stuff for this, and then, oh yeah, here's a little bit of Warlocks. So now your Bleak Watcher will count as a grenade. So if you have anything that has like any kind of like grenade perk, which I hate to say it, I can't find because I don't hold on to the grenade perk stuff. Oh, okay, here we go. Here's one. So, if you run... let's say you run Blast Distributor, okay? Like on the Festive Light, you have the Strand Grenade, Aero Denial Grenade Launcher, okay? And you deal splash damage. And improves your grenade stat. You pop your Bleak Watcher, it's going to get the buffs from the grenade stat, which are... lowers the cooldown, grenade energy from all sources, so demo is going to be really strong with this. And then Bleak Watcher, Arc Soul, and Ionic Sentry are going to gain a bonus from it. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Huh. Great. Now you got my dumbass thinking. Okay. I'm just gonna throw this on. Go through all that. Edge of Fate art. Cosplay meetup at PAX West. There you go. War panel. Somlab, Biaf, Abaddon, Movid, and more. We'll be talking with Hannah and Nico on Thursday. Oh, well, today, technically. So, over there, you can go watch it. Destiny Rising has launched. And you'll get this. Player support, look ahead, some art, some movie of the week. I do not see anyone I recognize here. Huh. Oh wait, there he is. I see one. Mex. I see Mex. Yeah, Shield Maiden. And that's it for who I recognize. There's the Mex boy. Mex plays. Shield Maiden. I just recognize it because of the icon, but I don't recognize any other ones. If I missed, I apologize. So yeah, that's it. I wonder now, because now I'm gonna have to make a build. And then now I have to wonder something. It is not. Even Briar Bands. Oh wait, is great. Okay. Alright, so hold on. So Rhymecoat Remnant could possibly get buffed because of this. Getaway Artist could, or probably will, get buffed because of this. We already know that the Annonia is going to get buffed because of this, because now it's going to be based upon grenade stat. And Briar Bands could get buffed because of this. And if that is the case, I might... I don't want to do this, but I might have to. I'm going to have to go for grenade-based stuff. Let's put Getaway Artist on just so we have it. I was wondering why I was getting so much grenade stuff lately. Okay, so that, why are these stats actually fucking good? Okay, hold on. Okay, convert your arc grenade into a... Okay. Okay, this currently has health. A lot of these have health. So as a weapon, I'm going to change that to a grenade stat. I'm going to work on this later because I'm still recording for the TWID. Let's see, because increases the damage done by your grenades. So... boom and boom. Count with... interesting. Very, very interesting. We'll do that. Switch to this. Okay, so then that's not as high. I'll have to adjust these. So I need that increase just grenade. I don't want melee. Defeat targets with grenades, grant volatile rounds to you, but that you give a melee. It makes no sense. If you're suppressing this target, use weapon stat for duration. Any other I'm gonna have to go through a lot of my stuff. So I'm gonna say I'm very interested to see how some of this is gonna work. Alright. Red Faction, I'll see y'all later. Have a good one.